Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem B'Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and salutation to you, brother. Hopefully, pushing this word of truth and sincerity. All right, back with a quick back to basics lesson here. It's entitled "Through Hebrew Hopscotch, We Understand the Bible." All right. So you got, certain Christians or certain people out here who disagree with this truth or disagree with this the understanding of as they say we as the Hebrew Israelites, our understanding of the scriptures or doctrine based simply off of what they call Hebrew hopscotch. When you go precept upon precept, you get a certain precept out of this chapter, verse and book, and then you go and link it up with another one to get a deeper understanding of the scriptures. All right, they call that Hebrew hopscotch, okay? Because sometimes in hopscotch you got to jump forward, and then sometimes you got to jump back, depending on how you're playing. So you'll jump forward, you'll start on one, jump on two. If you throw the rock or the stone down on 5, you hit 3 and 4 with 2 feet, hop over 5 and land on 6 and 7 with both feet, and then jump to on one leg for 8, turn around, hit 6 and 7 with both feet, bend down, pick up the rock off 5, and then continue back on down to 1. That's why they call it Hebrew hopscotch, because you're jumping back and forth. All right, but we want to show you that in the scriptures, that's how you understand it. That's how you break it down, with the Spirit of the Lord also with you. Okay. So this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right. So when you first come in this thing, you get the milk scriptures, the milk understanding, the simplicity, the simple things. And then as you grow, you graduate, you get into the stronger or the deeper things. Okay. Verse 10. But the basics start with the milk. But it's how you get them. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay. So sometimes you'll get a scripture, and then you'll go to another book or another chapter or another verse, and it'll break that down. Okay. Sometimes you'll have a scripture and you'll go to the next chapter over, and it'll break that down. Sometimes you'll have a scripture, and at the beginning of the chapter it'll say something, and then later on in the chapter it'll say here is the interpretation, or it'll break it down later on in the chapter. And then sometimes it's straightforward, where you just read it line upon line, line upon line. Sometimes you go here a little and there a little. You read a little bit here, then you hop over here and read a little bit there, and then sometimes you go line upon line. Okay, that's how the scriptures are set up. It's a puzzle, that the Lord has set up for us to put together. Okay, through His Spirit. All right. So I'm just get a few examples on what I mean. Examples of Hebrew hopscotch. All right, this is Revelation chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." And that don't mean 4 corners as if it's a square or a rectangle or whatever. It just means the 4 quadrants. Okay. And I saw another angel, and you see they're holding back the 4 winds. Okay. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads." Okay. And I heard a number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay. So they had to be sealed in their foreheads with a certain thing. Okay. So what is that angel holding back the four winds? First of all, let's see. Let's play a little Hebrew hopscotch so we can figure that out. And what is that four wind? This is Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That's that wind that the four angels are holding back. That destroying wind. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. All right, so they are holding back this destroying wind that's going to come from the nuclear missiles. Okay, that's what that is. So we figured out what the four winds that the four angels are holding back. But then here it says, verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And where does that seal come from? What is the seal? That's that mark of exemption. All right, let's get that. Ezekiel chapter 9. I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city and through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon their foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So he had one angel going through and marking them so that they don't be hurt, the ones that sigh and cry, and then another angel coming after them that's marking them, saying, kill them, slay utterly, kill all of them. All right. Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. So ain't nobody exempt. Old men, old women, young women, maids, whether you're married, virgins, unmarried, whatever, little children, little boys and girls, whether you're a few months old, still in the womb, on up to whatever, however old you is. Okay, children are not exempt. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, the Tawah, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which are before the house. Okay, so the whom the Lord wants to spare is the ones whom He's gonna put that mark upon, that Tawah, that mark of exemption. Okay, and the angels cannot destroy or let that destroying wind go, or let the nuclear missiles be set off until the elect have been sealed and they have been taken out of the way, because the Lord have separated them. He's made them holy. He's set them beside and brought them unto Himself. Okay, so you get all of that simply from Hebrew hopscotch. Okay, let's get another example. Let's see. This is Luke chapter 2 verse 21. And when the 8 days were accomplished, it's straight to the point, for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Yahushua, which was so named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. Okay, so this is after Yahushua was born, and Mary had him, and then she had to go through her purification period. And when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses, were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. Okay, so you're unclean for that certain period of time during that purification period. Now, if in fact that Mary was impregnated by the angel Gabriel, then that would mean that, first of all, that'd be adultery. Okay, and second of all, why would she be unclean if there was an angel. Okay, so let's get that in Galatians. This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 4. But when the fullness of the time was come, the Most High sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law. Made of what woman? Mary. Made under what law? The law of Moses. To redeem them that were under the law. Who was under the law? The Israelites. That we might receive the adoption of sons. Okay, so now let's get the law that we were under, that Yahushua was made under through the woman. See, we got to play Hebrew hopscotch to break it down. This is Leviticus chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, okay, did not Mary conceive seed? Does not the word conceive means to take on seed? Is not the Greek word for seed sperma? So the sperm that came out of Joseph went into Mary. She took it. That sperm fertilized the egg, and through that particular egg came forth the Yahushua, and a man, and born a man child. Then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean. Now let's get that back in Luke real quick. Luke chapter 2, verse 22. And when the days of her purification according to the law of Moses, we just read what the law was, the law of separation, were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. All right. So during that particular purification period, that's when she was unclean, and she had to wait until after then. But it says, verse 3, and in the 8th day of the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying, it just said her purification, 30 days, so 33 days. She shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. Okay, see how we just played Hebrew hopscotch to get the understanding of what was going on there, and what was said there, what was stated, why it was stated, the way it was stated. Okay, you got to play Hebrew hopscotch to get it sometimes. All right, but this is just a quick lesson on we use Hebrew hopscotch to understand the Bible. Okay, so call all Yahweh Shem Shah Shem Dash. Hope you edified. Shalom.